I can't just like easily tell how much charge this has. And I don't want to play on that controller either. I'm so used to this controller. I just want my controller to not have something so stupid happen to it, man. That's so dumb. Of all the fucking things to go wrong, it's the fucking thumb pad sliding. On the D-pad that it needs to not slide. Like right there, I almost didn't get that angle enough. Because when I moved my thumb pad slipped and I almost went directly left instead of up left. I almost died. The thumb pad, I can spin it without moving Sly. Because the glue on the inside of it has dried, apparently. For some stupid reason. I should just take it off, but that poses its own problems.
I've got them all here on my computer. Use the left analog stick to move around the hideout and the X button to select things. I've already...
It's so weird that the microwave was causing problems too. What a weird thing to trigger inputs on the controller. Especially if it was like far away. Oh, I'm surprised you figured it out at all. Only a wall? Oh, word. I could see that being more of an issue then, yeah. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to get, like, really good start. I mean, I guess I haven't gotten a good start yet. Haven't made it past DSJ minus 15, but... Point is, I've been getting decent ASAs. I was kind of worried that stopping for so long. And being outside, ugh. Oh, yo, I had a bug fly into my eye. That was fun. I don't know how that little fucker managed to get like, beyond my glasses to actually hit my eye, but that was really enjoyable. Poggers. Yep, no longer need the charm. You can get the charm, it just loses 6 seconds. Although there's a incredibly difficult launch to get from the dog that can take you all the way to the train car without like the use of abilities. It can just take you all the way to the train car, and that would save 13 seconds over the current fastest launch. However, that skips the charm, so you would get that charm instead. But it would save 7 seconds total. It's like ridiculous. I know you've probably seen the like ones with abilities that take you all the way to the end of the level. Those are ridiculous. Well, it takes you to the train. Like, it's cool, but it's not like end of the level cool. You know what I mean? And that's a feels bad, man, Denny. Absolutely, it feels bad, man. Yeah, like where the dog that spins the ball and chain where the checkpoint is, it takes you there. Not like all the way to the end of the level. The train one's really hard to get. Because you need a lot of speed for it. And when you have a lot of speed, it's really hard to turn. So unless you, like, start the turn at the perfect time to not only miss the invisible walls you can bonk off of, but to also, like, make it, like, unless you do that perfectly, you just die. Or you just cut the jump short. And then if you cut the jump short, then, you know, you wasted the time getting the charm, so... And that's assuming you don't mess up the setup and get the launch in general, which is hard, so...
We're all set to go.
Although you could carry, like, normal launches a little bit farther. It might actually be worth it to, like, see how much time it would save carrying, like, a normal launch a little bit farther. If we're only to jump back, yes. You save 1.7 seconds if you get all 3 of them. Because if you just hit them right away, even if you knock them to the center platform, this is the launch you need to make it to the train, by the way. If you, knock him just into the water, he takes a long time landing in the water to then jump back to the center platform, even if you knock him as close to the middle as you can. Whereas if you wait until he's jumping back, then you just hit him during his jump back animation and save a lot of in-lag, basically. What's up, Firestar? Damn. Still faster than not doing it, though. Yeah, I wasn't cutting close enough to the dog, because I was scared. Yeah, I got the, like, the applause for, like, oh, he's doing a really hard trick and he finally got it. Like, good shit, dude. He didn't crack under the pressure. You didn't give up on the trick. You got it. How the run's been today? Well, I've only been live for 23 minutes of this stream. And reset a bunch. Fucking kids, man. I hate kids. I also hate this analog stick. Anyway. Earlier, though, I had 3 record pace runs. I had one get past spinning with, like, 30 seconds to save on record, or 30 seconds to lose on record still. And then I threw 7 seconds to panicking, threw 10 to Bentley skip, and then, fucked up clockwork jump, so I didn't even get a 45. And then I, had, 2 more runs after that were both, record pace that died to spinning. What up, Crimson? How are the fireworks? They were actually not that good. They were shorter than last year and worse.
You're gonna have to find some other way to stop him.
Like, the finale was like a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes, and was very lackluster. Clockwork jump is incredible. Nothing in this game is inconsistent except spinning. Stop. Ah! I hate you all. The only trick in this game that is actually inconsistent and is not your fault is spinning. Every other trick, if you didn't get it, you fucked something up. Even if it was small. And there are a lot of setups for Clockwork Jump.
I figured out a way.
There are a lot of setups to get your control stick position, how you want it. And then there are different ways to do the double jump, and different ways to press circle. Depending on, like, what angle you're using and stuff. I should have done the faster end, since I'm behind. Definitely should have done it now. Now we're only gonna save 15 seconds. Which, I mean, I guess we're still minus 13, but, like, meh. No immunity to make a spell that you can actually breathe, yeah. 7 tomorrow, but no, you're not sleeping till like 3? Feels good, man. Yeah, I lost like 3 minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes. I think it was closer to 3 to the dog proxy. And then I lost a minute-ish in Boneyard because I clipped through the fucking roulette table and then panicked afterwards. And then I lost a minute in Mugshot's boss fight because the camera unlocked and made me fall off in the fucking pit. So, like, that run was, like, the equivalent of, like, a 105, 106, which is insane. If World 2 just didn't suck. Yeah, and I was still 5 minutes under estimate. And that estimate I made was before, like, a minute and a half where the tricks was found. So even if we didn't have those other tricks, I would have still been really far under estimate, which is good. I made that estimate when my record was 107.13. I was worried that I jumped too far to the left. Or jumped from too far to the left. There's a lot of flashing. I don't know, I might have held too far down on like the D-pad. Because even if you're holding like D-pad right, for instance, in like, you know, the chandelier, if you hold like even if you're just holding the right D-pad, if you like angle it ever so slightly upwards, it'll still like put an up input or a down input. So if I didn't hold just like directly on that button, if I just ever so slightly tapped down on accident, even if I didn't actually hit D-pad down, it might have still like registered that as a down input and unlocked the camera and caused me to run off. Which is annoying, but when you use the D-pad to set up tricks, I mean, that's a risk that you're taking. It's still far more consistent than using like the analog stick, but especially for precise things like that, where any slip up in your movement can cost you dearly. That was good. Apparently I have 3 torches to light still? Excuse you? Nice, okay. Apparently okay. I was at 20 torches and grabbed 5 fish, and then apparently started another fish to light, or torch to light. That really sucks. Yes, that's a quirky mechanic. I'm talking about tricks. Nothing is inconsistent trick-wise other than spinning. And even the little, like, bramble paths, you should be able to get those consistent. I think I kinda know what that is. You know, during, like, here at night, I can, like, kinda see where I was aiming at there. I wonder if I, like, mess with the colors on my television. If I could make that more consistent. Hey, shout out to the golds. Grave Undertaking 29. That is 4 seconds faster. And when you can see where you're aiming at, I feel like it's a little bit easier than hook jump. Because it's very easy to have like a minor inconsistency with your like positioning, like where you stand at. Just being like a few pixels more to like, you know, away from the hook can give you more speed than you would traditionally want. Whereas that's just like, you know, jump towards the thing forehead. This chickens, despite feeling good, has been very bad. Meh. Really bad minigames, dude. Well, I guess the fish problem was mine. It was my fault. Oh well. Should still be good enough to get records, so. It's just gonna be harder than it needs to be. Yo, what up, Peanut? Not much happened, dude. Just big chillin'. Trying to get some runs that don't suck ass. Ice Cream, how did I know you would make some kind of joke with chill? My coins really that low? They are really that low, wow. I think I've ever been in the 20s here without like loading the game to get less coins. That's nuts, dude. It doesn't matter, like, I need to be like 60 points here to get a charm, so I mean, being this low is kind of... Screw me anyway. Happy you know the film. I think I've heard of it. Like one of those things where it's like, you know you're making a reference to something, but you might not know what the exact like thing is. You know what I mean? I don't know why I did that. Nice, dude. Just casually lose 5 seconds. That wasn't on top of the thing enough. Dang. It honestly might be better to lose the charm here. Yeah, that's definitely faster to lose the charm than trying to burn it later, or burn it like earlier on in the level. Because you can cancel that entire animation. Like, that was like half a second to burn the charm there. The route save compared to the old stuff? You mean running up and killing, like, breaking the candle from below? Saves 3 whole seconds. Feels good, man. It's another one of those things where only I do it. 4507, I mean, we're a little bit faster than some of the runs we had earlier. This is probably the second fastest run we've had today that has been on 45 pace. Or record pace, rather. And I mean, I say it's on record pace. That's like if we have good spinning and good burning rubber. Like, if the next 2 RNG segments don't lose us, like, more than 20 seconds, it's fine. Otherwise, it's, like, barely PBable. If both of those lose 20 seconds, then it's like, well, PB by, like, 10. Feels good, man. Being ahead going into Ruby is honestly really sad. It's like, obviously my PB didn't do DSJ. It loses 15 to Fish, which is, like, fine. I don't intend to, like, ever save time there. It's more like just a break-even kind of split. At 15 seconds. And then I lose 20 to Chickens, though. Can you post it in your Discord alert? No. I would not have seen that. Or if I did, I don't remember. I spent the better part of the day before I started streaming just, like, in a haze, because depression's fun. I think I passed out like 5 times just because I was laying down. Square, circle, X. So I found out you can actually just mash all the buttons here, so long as you don't push them at the same time. I appreciate the enthusiasm ice cream, but I knew that was what Onk was talking about. Like, what channel? You guys my Walmart top fans. Oh, I did read that. You actually posted that pretty recently, didn't you? Like a few hours ago. I think I read it while I was at the fireworks show. Dude, you need to get that fatty Walmart sponsorship. I just heard a cat dying, or someone slamming on their brakes and spinning their tires. One of those two things just occurred. I really hope it was the latter, and not the former. Dude, that's such a fucking cool strat, man. I'm so glad I fucking made that strat consistent. Hell yeah. New strat? It's not a new strat. I never had a way of making it consistent until today. I would always spend time before streams trying to figure it out. And then today I finally figured out what was causing it. It was the angle that I was getting. And I figured out that the angle that I was holding was really similar to what you can get by holding down left, like down. I figured out that the angle that I was getting was very similar to the same angle you would get if you held left D-pad and down D-pad at the same time. So I tried that, and it worked 100% of the time. So I was like, oh, cool. The trick's been known for a few months, but I'm the only person that's ever worked on trying to make it consistent, so now that I've finally gotten it, easy. And it saves like 7 fucking seconds too, it's ridiculous. My old gold used to be like a 222. Yeah, the angle is directly in between left D-pad and down D-pad. If you keep the camera angle neutral. It's important that you keep the camera angle neutral, otherwise the angle will be harder to get. Like if you don't touch the camera, then it's down and left on the D-pad. If you adjust the camera, then you would need to adjust your angle, obviously. That's awesome, Crimson. If only there was like a bald eagle to fly by. Wearing a bandana. That was the American flag.
Let's go, Sly.
With Leonard Skinner playing in the background. Drinking a Paul Ribbon. Or Blue Ribbon. It's Blue Ribbon, right? That like really shitty beer that everyone drinks, it's cheap. I mean, most canned beer is shitty and cheap, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. There's some alcoholics in here, I imagine.
Keep it up.
You know who you are.
I made it halfway.
I can't say you know who you are without thinking, there's this like card game based on Sorry. It's just called the Sorry card game. And it came with a big like red pawn that if you didn't have a turn that you could make, you would press the red pawn and then it would like put like it would say like a snarky one-liner at you and then tell you what you would do for the turn. And then like one of the things he would end off after he'd say that line, he'd be like, you know who you are. All sassily. It was great. And he'd like debate you sometimes. And he'd be like, you're a nice person. Draw 4 cards. It's like, oh, what a dick. And then other times he would like debate you because you'd be like, oh man, you think I'm a nice person. He's like, you're a nice person. And then he'd be like, give one of your cards to the next player. And it's like, oh damn. And not only do I get to get rid of a card from my hand, I get to fuck over my opponent? Hell yeah. Let's go. Dude, Sorry card game is the shit. My best Sly series? Well, I mean, there's only one Sly series. Unless you mean what's my best Sly game, then this is the one that I'm the best at. My favorite, casually, is Sly 2. My favorite to speedrun is Sly 1. And it is also the one that I am best at. Also, welcome to the stream, Sly. I believe this is your first time here. I am a, sarcastic dick. If you do not know. I like Sly 4 a lot. I think Sly 4 gets too much unnecessary hate.
While invisible, nothing can see you. Not lasers, not searchlights, not guards.
Shit, man, that sucks.
Guards already see you, and the invisibility trick won't work on them.
That's a good save, at least. We're gonna lose, like, 7 seconds, I think. Really? Okay, cool. I like how I attacked from the left for some reason. And didn't kill the guard. And then my right attack missed and didn't kill the guard. Dude, this run can't record anymore. I moved too fast in that first launch. Hopefully the PlayStation 5 will actually be backwards compatible. I mean, we could get an instant spinning. An instant spin would keep us in the record, keep us in record contention, but we still also have to play basically perfectly from here out. Granted, from here on out, there's like 3 splits that are basically auto-scrollers. There's only like 4 more segments in the game. 4 or 5 more segments in the game that I really have to worry about. So really, it's just like the 2 like RNG segments of the run basically are what are gonna determine if we can still get a record or not from here. Yo, what up, monkeys? I'm glad you had fun, or I'm glad you enjoyed the run, dude. Dude, really? Really, dude? Fuck off, man. Just lose 4 fucking seconds before I even get into the level. What a great way to start, dude. Ugh. Why do I have to keep choking unseen foe on these runs that have really bad RNG?
This vehicle is identical to the one you found in Miss Ruby's lair.
Man, it doesn't matter. Spinning killed another run.
Serious high-tech skills must be providing these
Hell yeah, dude. 3 runs died to spinning today.
fifth member of the Fiendish Five, perhaps?
Well, maybe not.
Remember, use the left analog stick to move and aim the right analog stick in the direction you want to shoot.
Okay, maybe not. I can't get record anymore, though. There's no possible way in hell that I can lose less than 12 seconds from here on out. But I guess I can just try to get a 45. I mean, I guess if I play literally perfectly, and gold burning rubber again, basically. Then I guess maybe there's still a chance, but like, that ain't fucking happening, so. Have a good night, Neon. And thank you for the good luck, dude. Nice. RNG again. Like, I'll take good RNG, like, whenever I can get it. But, like, if I was gonna, like, be greedy, I would prefer the good RNG on the spots that I can lose 20 seconds, not the spots that I lose, like, 2.
When you least expect it, I'll be there.
How did I just land on the key like that? Oh, did I? Yes, I just landed on the key. Sick gold, by the way. Okay, Dragon 48. Just play perfectly for him.
Hurry, what are you doing down there?
Well, I'm minding my post when I notice this snow cone stand, and I think to myself, hey Murray, you gotta keep your energy up. So I hurry over here, and
But yeah,
all of a sudden,
I always thought that, like, you can land on the tower, but I never thought you'd actually be able to collect the key, so I never bothered with it. And then Cinder was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. And actually managed to, like, land on it. And, when she did, she, like, moved backwards. Because, like, when you land up there, the key isn't spawned yet. You have to kind of, like, trick the game into thinking that you're below there to spawn it. So when she, like, moved backwards a little bit, she spawned the key and was like, hey. I was like, hey, look. Another 10 to 14 second time save, easy. Okay, I guess we're just not launching. And we're getting stuck. Nice. Yeah, record's super dead now. 45's honestly dead now too. Hell yeah. I guess I boosted too late. I think that was the problem. Was like I boosted too late. Yeah. I think that's the problem. It wasn't my angle, I know that much. I mean, I guess I can still PB. It's just because I don't get a 45 doesn't mean I can't still PB. I just don't want another PB, man. I want a 45. I want a 45, and then maybe I'll consider going for record still after I get a 45, which I would have had earlier. I should have had a 45-55 earlier. But I tried to do Clockwork Jump really fast. Because I used to be able to do Clockwork Jump really fast, and then I lost it. I lost the stuff, I lost the mojo. Now I need to wait like a half second every time I do it. It's really sad. Nice, dude. Nice, dude. 2 times get knocked back to the fucking second row. What awful panicking. What a just awful, horrible panicking.
Partner.
Whatever, I guess I'll just try to get a PB. I haven't finished an 80% run in months, so... I thought I could break that rock. It just looked breakable. I normally don't try to break other things other than the mines. I didn't even realize I could break the objects above me until I watched Neon do it. I just didn't think that an object in the scenery would be breakable. Also, like, why on earth would you not be, like, looking at the ground shooting the mines, you know what I mean? Excuse you. Well, it doesn't matter, Ray doesn't stop there either way, but... It'd be a really cool level to, like, skip, if you could somehow find a way to skip it. Like, if you could, like, load the game, and, like, slide it and immediately spawn in this vehicle, and you, like, could, like, jump out of it or something. You just, like, spam the jump button, and just, like, get out of the thing, and then just, like, run through this level instead of doing it. It'd be really sick. I wonder if the mines would kill you. I mean, you could probably just avoid them.
Nice shooting, Sly! Looks like we're in the clear.
Hurry, that cave doesn't look tall enough for the turret to make it all the way through.
Considering Slime moves with the camera here, I don't think that is how that would work.
Hurry, there are only 119 computers
We don't need perfection here, we just need good enough. This is also really annoying with the analog stick problem. I thought there was another one to my left. That was why I did that, instead of just going for the one that was right in front of me. Nice, I still managed to clip that. Normally my hitbox isn't good enough to do that. Thank you for telling me where that was at. Over here now. That was horrible. They all kept landing on the opposite side. That was just really bad luck. That was really good computers though, overall. Unfortunately, the very end of it really sucked. And like the one that spawned, and there was only one that spawned over there and it landed literally right on top of those slugs. That was very unfortunate. Easy every time. What's up, Exa? And hello, Feather. I don't think I said hi. No, boo.
Nice job, Raccoon.
Smash through those gears with your teeth. You've got to keep moving.
My intellect is refined. My experience is greater.
That was a much better tail than earlier.
You're the weakest Cooper.
That's when you want to hit that wing, yeah. That was a lot better phase one than earlier. Not that it makes a huge difference, but it's very, very minor.
Nice shooting, Sly. You got him. Wow, that's one tough out.
I need to fix these screenshots here for the end of the game, so I don't have to worry about trying to split.
Must have known my father had a son.
It sucks that I can't, like, split for the end game, though.
Why did you let me live?
I can't have the manual, like, in split.
Because I wanted to show the world without your precious book.
The Cooper line was nothing.
Ah, well,
Here's where you're wrong.
The Thievius Raccoonus doesn't create great thieves.
It takes great thieves to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper.
It ends here. I'll finish you like I finished your father. Then the Cooper line will be erased and the only Master Thief will be Clockwork.
You can't dodge me forever.
Yeah, that's fine. It'd be really cool to see like a full like 360 of this fight when somebody gets purple ringed to like see what actually happens.
Now's your only chance, Sly. You've got to get to his head and destroy it before his auto.
I am. 7.
Alright, well, I'll take a PB, I guess. Low 46.
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwork's claw. I had taken down each member
Not
of the
amazing.
Fiendish Five.
Actually
Raleigh,
lost time in Hub 5 wall.
Mugshot, Ms. Ruby,
I guess it was a really bad
Candy
running
King,
over.
and finally Clockwork. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed my
I
birthright.
did it. I got a PB.
Of course,
Wee.
there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know this hasn't been easy for them, yet they stuck with me through it all. Murray, boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for Bentley. Without his expertise, I'd have never found my way off that rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends. Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita?
Yeah, thanks for the hype, guys.
Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore. Now
Go to
that
my auto
Clockwork's
splitter again.
death ray is out of commission, we're back to playing cops and robbers.
I did it. I PB'd.
I thought for sure she was
Hopefully
gonna
you won't
slap
see
the
this, YouTube.
handcuffs on me right then and there.